Hey guys, it's Payne. It's me. You guys remember me? Self-proclaimed funny internet man who makes the art and content of questionable variety. Yeah, it's been a while since I've last posted, and the reason behind that is I'm sorry. It's been a weird summer so far. It's been a really, I wouldn't say it's been a bad summer, because it's been actually pretty great with like the people I've met, but there were some things that I did during the summer which just ate all productivity of my time and whatnot. And I think it might be a bit of a long story, but that's kind of fine, because the video you're watching right now is a long footage of a more elaborate piece that I had worked on, just for funsies. But I was just doing a good old summertime beach theme piece with my OC kit, my friend John's OC Kiwi, and then my boy Lumps, two characters from his comic High Tides, which are on the left hand side of the illustration. They are June and Elise respectively. I just thought it would be fun to draw 'em having fun at the beach, and that's basically why I did that. So that's the video that's going to be playing in the background until I run out of things to talk about, and it's just going to be playing there while I kind of go over why I haven't posted anything in a while, where I've been, what's going on. Am I gonna keep making videos, or am I just gonna leave? Well, the answer to that last one there is I'm gonna keep making videos as long as time permits me to. And it's not like I don't have a lot of content to put up on the channel. I actually have a ton of stockpiled footage that can go up. And the thing is, it's all raw footage, and so it hasn't been edited yet. Because doing all the recordings and stuff for all the footage is easy. It just, you run the program while you draw and it's no problem. But then it's just getting to the part where you have to get all your footage together, edit it, so you have to scrub through it, make sure, well, at least for my case, I like to scrub through my footage and make sure there's no silly cuts to like opening YouTube or looking through, I don't know, color references and stuff online, because I don't think that's enjoyable stuff to watch on the video. Because you watch these art videos, you watch them to watch the art process, or maybe you don't watch them, maybe you just listen to me talk, and that's perfectly fine too. I find it weird that you'd probably enjoy listening to me talk, because I don't think I'm particularly interesting in many aspects of just talking. I stutter a lot when I talk. I mix up my words. Probably smack my lips a lot by accident because my mouth gets dry when I talk a lot. But I want to keep doing these videos. They just take a long time to edit, and now I'm starting to have more time to do the editing. So I hope to get a lot of that old footage. Like, I have footage back from, what is it? Okay, so it's August 30th today when I'm recording the audio. I'm hoping maybe I'll get this video uploaded on my birthday, which should be August 31st. But I have footage. Let me just take a quick look through here. Sorry, you're gonna hear me clicking my mouse a little bit. And I start recording stuff. Let's take a gander at here. This will be a good one to look at. Just hit properties and check the date. It's gonna open up. Just give it a second. June 17th. So I've been recording content since June 17th, and I have not gotten a chance to edit it. Because I think if you remember, one of the last episodes of Pancake Draws that I updated was a draw every day challenge thingy. I've been doing that still. I need to do today's, but I believe I'm on like day 88 or day 89. I've kind of been losing track. To give you a point of reference, I finished this illustration. This illustration was finished on day 41 of Draw Every Day. So this video is over a month old. This drawing's over a month old, and yet I'm just getting around to recording for it now. But I figured, even though there's a bit of footage that came before this one specifically, that it'd be good to use this one to do the update video, because it's OCs and stuff, not a lot to talk about for like, about the topic of what I'm really doing. It's a lot of footage because I took a long time on this illustration. I figure it'd give me the most time to explain what's been going on without feeling pressed for time. Because like, right now I'm 5 minutes into the commentary and there's like 12 minutes left. I could keep explaining stuff. Oh, that's the other thing. I ramble a lot. Have you ever noticed that? I've been trying to get back on track with the topic of where I've been, and I've just been rambling about, ooh, let's look at when I made this art. Oh boy, making art. Making fart, more like it. Okay, so to actually get on topic here, so I think I remember mentioning that I had gotten a summer job on top of my normal job I have. For those who don't know, I'm like I'm a computer salesperson slash tech slash whatever. I work retail in a computer place. It's nothing fancy, but I enjoy working there, and I've been there for like 3.5 years. But hours were getting really short in the summer, and like I said, I'm a university student. University's not cheap, and I've been wanting to upgrade tablets for a while now. I had my heart set on that Cintiq 22 HD until Wacom announced the Cintiq 24 Pro, which is a 4K one with 8,000 levels of sensitivity. So now I've got my heart set on that. It's going to be a similar price to the Intuos, or sorry, not the Intuos, the 22 HD that I was originally buying. I'll just wait the extra couple months for that to come out. It's going to come out later in like early mid 2018. But that is besides the point. Well, it's not really besides the point, but so yes, money was becoming an issue with the lack of hours I was getting at my computer sales job, and I went hunting for jobs, and I applied at amusement park, and I got hired there to operate the rides. Now, it didn't mean I've quit. Doesn't mean I've quit working as the computer tech salesperson, whatever. Mind you, I was still working there because I was only getting like 1 or 2 shifts a week. I was like, okay, well, I can handle working 40 hours a week at the amusement park, and like the 5 to 10 hours a week I'll be getting at the at my computer sales job. That's only like 45 to 50 hours. That's a little more than full time. It just means I'm going to be making lots of money over the summer. I'll be able to afford school and just get that tablet when it comes out, and everything's going to be hunky-dory and nothing could ever possibly go wrong. Well, things went wrong. What ended up happening is one of the guys that I work with had to go. He went on leave. I'm not gonna. That's just as far as I'm gonna go. He went on leave, so he wasn't available to work. He's still off on leave, so that left us a little short-handed. And then another guy that I was working with, he ended up leaving the company. Because of the reasons like that I had, where I got a second job. He just wasn't getting enough hours, so he just left because he wasn't getting enough hours in order to make a living, which is totally fair. I get that, but what that put on me is they called on me a lot more to come in and work, because I could work those days, even though I was already working at the amusement park on the days off I had from the amusement park. Because if you don't know how some summer jobs work, like mine worked on a rotational shift, so you'd have 4 days on at the amusement park, you'd work those 4 days, 10 hours each day, then you would get the 4 days off, so you'd get 4 days off after that. So the problem was, since I had 4 days off after it, I left those days open as availability to work at my computer job. And what that ended up happening is that I would work 4 days on from 12 p.m. till 10 p.m. at the adventure park, and then on the 4 days off that I had from the amusement park thingy, I would work at my computer job for 5 to 8 hours a day, and then I would go right back after those 4 days at the computer shop. I'd go right back to the 4 days at the amusement park, and just rinse and repeat that for I want to say like 28 days in a row, aside from like a few days where like I got so worn out and sick that I couldn't go into work. And that was basically a good chunk of the first half of my summer, and like most of the middle of my summer too. It's just been this last couple weeks where so what ended up happening is it just got me so sick to the one point where I had to call in a few days at the adventure park, and they got really pissy at me and yelling at me on the phone, and basically, long story short, like had to go into the doctors. Like they're like, you have to go to the doctors and get a doctor's note, otherwise we're gonna write you up and yell at you some more because we need you to work and whatnot. And I was like, okay, fine, whatever. I mean, I'm like sick and tired, but like maybe I do need to go into the doctors and see what's up. So I ended up having a sinus infection at that point. And if you don't know much about BC at the time, this was also when we had the wildfires. So a lot of southwestern BC, which is the area I live in, was just covered in smoke. Like all you could see out your window for like 2 weeks was just gray, because there's just smoke outside. And that was basically, that didn't help with the sinus infection either, because I was having trouble breathing because of it, and then with the smoke on top of that, made it very hard to breathe. So when I went to the doctors, they basically told me, it's like, yeah, we're gonna give you some antibiotics. You're gonna take these, like, you're gonna take 2 pills 2 times a day, so 4 things total, blah 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 blah. And then we don't want you working outside because of the smoke conditions, and you'll make a much quicker recovery there if you don't. So at that point, I was already going to miss a week of work at the amusement park. I knew they weren't going to be happy about that. And then what that basically brought me to is, funny enough, the computer store I work into is part of a larger department store. So there's a bunch of different departments, and there's computers, which is where I work. There's a TV section, a camera section, a general floor section with like seasonal stuff and snacks and foods and whatnot, and then there's a pharmacy section. So when I got my prescription, I got sent to the pharmacy section of the store I work in. It's very convenient actually having everything all in one store and you working in that store. They even have a post office in there. Sorry, getting distracted again. Anyways, so go in there. So I decided to stop by the computer section because that's where I was working, and since I had to miss a few days from them as well, I thought I'd just check in with them, because I felt really bad for missing work from them, because they're the company I've been with basically my entire working career, so I don't want to let them down when I can. I want to do my best to be a good employee there, and when the day comes that I'll eventually leave the company, whether it's for an art-related gig, graphic design, that kind of thing, I want to make sure I leave on a good note, and get like a letter of recommendation, that kind of thing. So I went and checked in with them. Basically, they told me, hey, we know you are working lots between both jobs. We could actually use you a lot more too. We could even give you full-time here now, if you want, until school starts back up. And my manager pulled me aside. We talked things over. He was seeing that I've been like worn out and not the same since I started working at the amusement park. So essentially, what we agreed on is that I should see about leaving the amusement park and just working more hours at the computer shop, which at that point in the summer was like 40 degrees Celsius for the most part. Well, a few days were supposed to be that the smoke kind of lessened it a bit, but it was like 30 plus for these days. When you work at an amusement park, you're outside all day, and the computer shop I worked in was air conditioning. So after being run dry for like 28 days and then just hearing that, I agreed with him pretty much instantly. I think I called my mom and just talked to her about it and asked her if she thought that would probably be a better option to go, and she agreed. So next day I went to hand in my resignation letter, and they weren't happy about that, and then so basically that leaded for me giving some notice before I left, to just getting mad at them and walking out. So yeah, I kind of quit on the spot there. I was originally planning to give notice, but then the way they were acting about it, I didn't want to deal with them for any longer, because I wouldn't have been able to work the next couple shifts anyways because of the sinus infection, so I ended up just leaving and calling it there. And that was like 2 weeks ago, and picked up my last paycheck there, and that's basically where we are now. So I've been just working at the computer shop. I'm a lot happier now. I'm not nearly as run down as I used to be. Creatively, I feel like I have a lot more time to work on projects and such, like this one you see here. I worked on this one while I was working between both jobs, but I have some wink wink. I have some special projects that I was hosting on a Discord server that I've made a lot of good friends with, lots of good people. They mean the world to me. I love them all to bits. But yeah, I've been working on some projects with the help of them, and hopefully in the next month or so we'll have that project all wrapped up, and can show you guys what it was. It's some good free content. I think you'll like it. I know I had a lot of fun working on it. I've still got some work to do because I'm the lead man for it. I've got to compile everything and edit it all and make sure everyone's properly credited and whatnot. And we're still waiting for a few final submissions, but it's going to be a cool collaborative piece. It's a zine, but I'm not going to say what kind of zine it is or what the zine's about. You're just going to get a real cool zine done by me and the draw buddies. It's going to be a real good time. And the video's pretty much over now. I think I've hopefully got you guys caught up on everything. Just wanted you to all know that I appreciate all your support that you've given me over the years this channel's been around, and I look forward to many more with you guys. And I'm hopefully gonna start uploading on a more consistent basis. Maybe I'll create myself a bit of a buffer with the draw everyday stuff, and then be able to get that consistent weekly content. That's what I'm aiming for, is at least one video a week. But it might be a little rocky at the start as I slowly get adjusted to editing footage and stuff again. Anyways, this was Payne from Pancake Draws. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you guys, and until next time, I'll catch you later.